first. World.
We're on. Let me change that. Boom, boom. Job done. I'm already prepped. No, I'm not. I'd forgotten that Laura Bailey was doing this one with Yuri Lowenthal.
So, why are we really doing this?
Let's get rid of that bit.
I thought you hated racing.
I need to get into the city again.
Who is going to walk away with this year's City Pass? Tune in and find out. It's going to be one hell of a ride.
This is all a one-man team, and you're seeing the fall of it now.
Enjoying the show?
He can't be allowed to keep doing this.
I'm not a big racing game fan anyway, so it's not Summer Game Show. What am I doing? I can make that bigger now.
Aster, what would you like to say to all your fans?
Yeah, that looks okay. We'll go with that. It's alright. We've missed only six minutes because the other one ran on or was late or something. I don't know.
Ragtag team of racers.
It'd be really nice if they did, like, actually, they all ran together and you didn't miss bits of the next one.
From the post-apocalyptic to the prehistoric.
You know.
It's dinosaur time.
My favorite part of the day. Let's see it.
Dinosaurs are cool. I like dinosaurs. Just looks like pre-alpha footage. It's pretty good though. Dinosaur hunting. Okay, I'm in. Has a Tomb Raider-y kind of vibe, do you think? It's some sort of puzzle exploration game. Why are you messing up? Oh, we lost it. That's not me. Star Trucker. Right, we are live. We are 1000% live. Hopefully we won't lose anything else. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we missed. What we might have to do next year is skip the one in the middle. If they're on next year. It's really annoying that we missed the start.
I kind of enjoy being stuck in an intergalactic traffic jam.
Star Trucker sounds fun though.
I mean, I get the whole truck sim thing now. It looks strangely relaxing. That was your first glimpse at Star Trucker, which is coming in 2024.
But now it's time to shift gears to demon gods and dark fantasy. We've got a developer presentation from Hexworks, the minds behind Lords of the Fallen.
Okay, yeah.
On behalf of Hexworks,
I remember Lords of the Fallen.
Lords of the Fallen
That's out soon, right?
Showcase. Today, we're taking a closer look at our all-new dark fantasy action RPG, arriving this October on
So they're
PC,
calling it an action
PS5,
RPG.
Xbox
Is it a
Series X and S.
Souls-like? Because I'm kind of bored of
Spiritual
Souls-like
successor to the original
games.
2014 release, it acts as a full reboot for the franchise, taking place in a vast, interconnected world over 1,000 years later.
Oh wow, okay.
Colossal boss battles,
I did play the
fast,
first one
challenging
briefly.
combat, and deep, immersive storytelling. Players will journey across two
That's where
parallel realms
they'll get
in
me
this
with the storytelling.
expansive
The
RPG
storytelling is good.
experience. The world of the living, Axiom, and the world of the dead, Umbral. With
Whoa,
each
that's
featuring
creepy.
its own unique pathways, characters, enemies, and, of course, treasures.
I
And
like
while
treasure.
Axiom presents its own challenges, untold horrors await in its nightmarish counterpart. Thanks to the Umbral Lamp, players can enter this lightless world at any time in one of two ways. When slain by the foes of Axiom, at which point you'll resurrect in the same location, albeit in Umbral, or by
Okay.
performing the Umbral Rift and willingly sacrificing one of your 2 lives. But the lamp holds
Interesting.
more power, granting the ability to flay
It's definitely
the
a
soul
Souls-like.
from an enemy for some high damage attacks, and even manipulate the very environment of the Umbral world. However,
There's a whole
the longer you spend in this
gameplay loop
brief
built
hidden
around
plane,
death.
the
It's a
greater number of
Souls-like
spectral
game.
terrors that will hunt you down. But as harrowing as the Hellions of Umbral are, they pale in comparison to the game's brutal boss battles.
Yeah, I'm out. It doesn't matter how good the storytelling is. I don't enjoy games where you're focused on losing all the time, and they're just stressful.
Doesn't take kindly to would-be adventurers.
I see how it
The
reviews,
demonic presence within
but
are ready to devour any and all.
the Souls
within
series
sight.
isn't the series that I want to really go back to in any seriousness.
A merciless torturer, prepared to carry out any atrocity in the name of his faith. Tancred, master of castigations, is the devout chaplain of the hallowed sentinels. Though beneath the pious veil, his very own flesh conceals a truth most foul.
That's creepy.
When Harrower Dervla
That's very
ventured into
creepy.
the deepest depths of this world to thwart the undead rising, what she discovered was so utterly horrific that she renounced her former life in commitment to a far darker oath. Pre-order Lords of the Fallen now and prepare to unleash the darkness on Friday the 13th of October.
Was that the first time we've had a date? Coming out on Friday the 13th. It'll either go really well or really badly. XP items. The
Lords of the
pre-ordering.
Fallen is coming to
It's not a
PC,
good look.
PlayStation, and Xbox on October 13th, 2023. And you can wishlist it right now. Wait, what is it, Yuri? Are you okay?
My spidey sense is tingling. Oh, no, wait, it's something good. It's time for another world premiere.
He is obviously the voice of Spider-Man. Peter Parker in the Spider-Man games. Team 17. They have their own art style as well, which is cool. What? It feels very Team 17. Oh my god. It definitely has a lot of humor in it. And they sound like minions as well. I'm assuming that this is a pigeon dance game. Headbangers Rhythm Royale. Of all the things you never think you'll ever see. A pigeon headbanging battle royale music game.
Team 17.
Madness.
That was so infectious.
Yeah, that is going to be in my head for a while, I think.
Well, I really can't complain. Watch out for Headbangers Rhythm Royale, which is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in 2023.
Okay, everything.
So, what's next, Laura?
Oh, well, this game debuted as a world premiere in last year's Summer Showcase, and now we've got a closer look at gameplay. This is The Last Faith, which some fans are describing as a pixelated take on Bloodborne.
A hunter's dream, you might say.
Touché.
A new dawn is at hand.
Never played
The
Bloodborne.
secret has been snatched
I doubt I'll play it, to be honest.
in the hands of the sordid.
But I know there's so many people that want another one. And if this is anything
But one rises
loosely
above
like
all
that,
others.
even in a pixelated art style,
A blessed
this will have an audience.
the sweetness of the flame.
It's certainly interesting. I am getting Castlevania vibes, but that's probably because of the wide-ranging influence that Castlevania has. There is a lot going on with these enemies. The Last Faith. Again, coming to everything.
That was The Last Faith, a gothic Souls-like coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in October 2023. And you can wishlist it right now.
I can see that being big on the Switch, actually.
We're also thrilled to announce that The Last Faith will have a beta demo this summer. If you want to check it out, register for access at thelastfaithgame.com.
There you go.
Our next game is a stealth action platformer set in the wake of a climate catastrophe. Let's take a trip to the world of Steel Seed.
Steel Seed. That's a cool logo.
Hello everybody, I'm Carlo Bianchi and I'm the founder and game director of Storm in Attica. Let me introduce you Zoe and Kobe, the dynamic duo that will accompany you during your journey. Today we are excited to show you the gameplay reveal of Steel Seed. Steel Seed is a stealth action game with a deep, complex and lore-driven story. After a major climate catastrophe caused by humans, the
interesting world, like environment design. Love that shot.
Zoe is looking for her father in an underground facility built by machines and extremely hostile toward the nobles. The environment surrounding Zoe is huge and takes heavy inspiration from popular mangas, movies, and anime.
It is impressive. Like just the field of, like the feel of the backdrop, the skybox.
Stealth and combat. Their bond will grow stronger the more challenges they will face together.
I'm not very good at these kind of platform games though.
Extremely dangerous. The planning phase using your companion is essential. Sometimes a stealth approach in problematic scenarios is preferable, and a good execution will be highly rewarding. The environment will offer you many ways to deal with the enemies. Be the silent assassin.
I'm not entirely sure why the assassination symbol appears on their groins. Okay.
The combat system will allow you to unleash your combat abilities on the enemies. Don't forget the Cobb is there to help you with ranged attacks and skills. Your companion really makes the difference between life and death.
Okay.
If you still feel underpowered, a complex skill tree system based on challenges will allow you to expand Zoe and Kobe's passive and active abilities. The challenge system is designed to render the experience more dynamic and fun. Also, in dangerous
it actually
times,
seems like
you
it could
may
be quite
require
complex.
Friends. Use Kobe to hack into an enemy system to make it fight with you. Your new ally will create hilariously engaging combat scenarios. There are many more abilities that you can unlock from the skill tree. Choose wisely.
Very interesting. I'm intrigued.
Steel Seed is a truly emotional experience that will test your inner humanity. The game is coming to PC, Microsoft Xbox, and Sony PlayStation. Stay tuned.
It's on the list. I'm intrigued.
Steel Seed is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Man, I gotta say, voice acting is so much easier when you're not wearing a skin-tight suit. Am I right?
Wait a second, are you telling me you wear the Spidey suit when you record?
No?
We need to talk after this. But right now, we've got a double feature focusing on Distant Bloom and Go Fight Fantastic. Let's get into it.
Okay, interesting. It's another, like, cozy game, I guess they call them. Isn't it? Where you plant things and explore the world, and like Stardew Valley style. I didn't get a real vibe from the trailer.
A routine mission to a peaceful planet, huh? Nothing's ever routine with this crew. But one thing's for sure. We'll deal with whatever comes our way.
Interesting art style. Obviously a co-op game. Online and couch co-op. Couch co-op needs to come back. Okay, that's cool that you can jump between characters in solo. Go fight fantastic. Interesting.
Distant Bloom and Go Fight Fantastic are coming later this year, so head on over to Steam.
Distant Bloom didn't do anything for me, but Go Fight Fantastic might be interesting.
Here's a bonus. Limited time demos for both games have also been made available on Steam.
Oh,
so
cool.
head on over to the Future Game Show Steam
Steam's
page
getting
if you
so
wanna
many
check it out.
demos out of this.
Laura, en garde!
Wait, what? What's happening?
Oh, sorry, I was reading too far ahead. It's world premiere time again.
Musketeers. From the forgotten pages of history comes a swashbuckling spectacle.
A challenge. I like that.
Seize her!
Come at me.
How is she doing that?
Let's finish this. Catch this.
I'm getting Ezio vibes.
Maybe next time.
From Assassin's Creed 2.
Come, Duke. Stop this nonsense now. Come on, amigo. Try to
Seems
find
kind of
me
fun.
at least.
This is an ambush!
On guard.
Demo now on Steam as well. Yeah, it seems kind of fun.
That was En Garde, a swashbuckling action-adventure which is coming in the summer of 2023. Wishlist it now on Steam.
Hey,
So soon.
Yuri.
Yes?
When you think of the three pillars of video games, what do you see?
Okay, well, for me, it's got to be, obviously, big rigs, big bucks, and snow trucks.
Okay, that was not what I was expecting, but boy, do I have the trailer for you.
I'm ready.
Be a trucker. This is... Yeah. They... Trump moving a tank around the country, cool. Can you drive the tank? These sim kind of games, again, there's just massive market. There's so many of them out there for so many different things. I don't get them. And it's driving, so like, it's not not even a racing game, but it's a driving game. It's not my thing. Alaskan Road
Alaskan
Truckers.
Truck Simulator is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in Q3 2023. So drop it on your wish lists now.
I mean,
Now, our
sure,
next
why
game
not?
follows a
I'm glad
scribe
that
who's
stuff
been
like that
sentenced
is
to
out
30
there.
years of writer's block. Hey, we've all been there, am I right? Let's take a look at The Bookwalker.
Is that unicorn horn? Interesting style. I'm getting a bit of a Dishonored vibe from it. So each level is a different book to get a different artifact. Interesting. So the demo now, is that a Steam demo or is that a demo and everything? The Bookwalker, we're adding that to the list.
That reminds me, I really should return those library books I borrowed.
You really should.
I don't know
Those guys are coming
what
out.
it is,
The Bookwalker
but it looks
Thief of
interesting.
Tales is coming to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation on June 22nd, and you can play a free demo for the
Very
game
soon.
on Steam after the show.
Yeah, demo on Steam.
Here's a new trailer for Deceit 2, a macabre social subterfuge game built from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5.
Deceit 2. Just walking around with a gun, eh?
I've been watching you.
Not creepy at all. Shoot them all. This has an exceptionally creepy horror vibe to it.
Deceit 2 is
Certainly
coming
interesting.
to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2023.
Certainly interesting.
And you can also
Don't
play
know if
the
it's for
beta
me.
now. And if you like, yeah, give it a wish list.
But of course, lying is only one part of our life. For some of us, anyways, maybe more. Our next game features the rest of it. It's time to check in with Paradox
They're pretty
Tectonic,
good,
the developers
these two
of
actually.
Life by You.
It does feel a little scripted, but the delivery's
Hi,
pretty
Game
good.
Show. This is King Choi, Studio Director of Marketing at Paradox Tectonic with Life by You. First off, I want to share a heartfelt thank you to the gaming community, especially the life simulation players, for your overwhelming response
Life sim
when we
is
first announced the game back in
something
March.
else that I just don't
And
I
if
don't
you're just
get.
learning about us for the very first time, welcome. Life by You is designed to be one of the most moddable and open world life simulation games. Launching on PC as an early access title this September, Life by You is opening up a whole new world of creative
It's like a
be in total control of the humans that you create,
I don't know if
towns that you build, and the
pretty is the
stories
right
that you tell,
word. It's
driven
like a
by
more
real
detailed
language
Sims game.
and most importantly,
Well, sorry,
live out the
maybe
lives
less
and stories that
cartoony,
you
more
create in
realistic
the
Sims
world
game.
without loading screens. And oh yes,
But
mods.
it's
We here at
co-op?
Paradox Tectonic are continuing to build off the DNA of great games that Paradox Interactive is known for, especially when it comes to community-focused features and experiences.
Interesting.
The creator tools as well as editors that you'll be able to play with in our game will allow you to get your hands on the same tools that our game team is using to actually make the game in order
So
to
the
make
mods
your
can-
own UGC and mods.
The mods can
Just
make
for
their own
Future
game.
Game Show 2023, here's an exclusive look at one of the jobs that your characters will be able to take on in Life by You. Here's my human, Harley, heading to her job as the barista at the Cozy Up Cafe. Harley will need to complete a set of tasks as part of her workday, including cleaning up displays that customers will inspect and take samples from. Head over to the YouTube channel at Life by
But
You
why?
to learn more about the game, and make sure you subscribe
Why-
to be first to know when we do our
And this isn't any
video
kind of
drops,
judgment, this is a genuine
including
question.
deep dives,
Why do
and
you
also
want to
depth
play a
streams that we'll be
game that's a
posting in the
life
coming
sim
weeks and months?
where you
Pre-order
work
the
as a
game on
barista
Epic and wishlist
and
it on Steam.
have
When
to
you
clean
pre-order,
shelves?
You'll be able to receive the exclusive Life Begins
I-
pack,
I don't-
and the first
don't get it.
100,000 early access players will be invited to a private Discord server where you'll be able to share direct feedback to our game team to inform
I
the roadmap and the development of the game towards full launch.
But then it's
We're
like
so
Sims. I
excited
don't
for
really
you to
get
get
the
your hands
Sims
on this
either.
game, and thank you so much for having us Future Game Show 2023.
I'd rather just like live my own life and
Life by You
play
is
other
coming to
games.
Steam Early Access on September 12th, 2023. So make sure to wishlist it today.
Okay, time to switch things up for a sec. The VR showcase first appeared in our spring showcase earlier this year, and now
I'm kind
it's
of out
back.
on the VR
Popular
stuff.
demand. So let's swing over there and
Get
see
it?
what's new in the
Swing.
world. Oh, I see.
Eh.
Whippity whip. So let's see what's new in the world of virtual reality.
Whoa, this is all new. What do we do? Any ideas, Yuri?
I see a highlighted path, so I guess, like any good video game protagonist, we should follow it blindly?
Sounds smart to me. Here's our first game. A reimagining
They are
of
very
a
good.
Dreamcast cult classic that lets you play squash in space. Let's check in with C Smash VRS.
Peggy 3.
PSVR or VR 2, I guess. Cool music. It just, I've got nothing to add, I've got nothing to say, it doesn't do anything for me. It's... VR just doesn't interest me. Unless it's like, there's always a caveat. When I say something doesn't interest me, there's always the caveat of if it's in a game universe, a game world that I love, I'll want to play it.
Be mindful of low-hanging light fixtures because C Smash VRS is coming to PSVR 2 later this month on June 23rd, 2023. If you haven't got it on your wish list already, fix that, would you? And if you're not convinced by that trailer, you can check out a free demo for the game on the PlayStation Store.
Next up, we have something for those
That's
of you
cool.
looking for a different way to get your heart pumping. Take a look at this trailer for Madison VR.
Horror? Must be. It's petrifying, spine-chilling. Claustrophobic and overbearing in a VR game? No. Scariest game of all times. It'll not be all time. What is that? Roach. That's a lot of roaches. Okay, this is a VR game. Is that not too far? I don't know, it'd be too far for me. Like, I don't care about VR anyway. But they're just... No.
Yikes.
Just no.
Polaroids are scary now. That was Madison VR, which is coming in 2023.
Forget the elbow and knee pads. This next game lets you shred without the fear of falling. Let's see what's new with VR Skater.
Does it not break the immersion of playing a skate game if you can't actually see anybody on the board? That was cool. I'm guessing this is going to get a copyright claim. Like, I don't get VR and I don't get skating and I don't get skating games. That would be painful.
Cool stickers.
But I don't know if...
kick flipping its way onto Pico and PSVR 2 headsets.
Would you get that
2023.
feel of motion in VR?
And throw it over to First Contact Entertainment, who can give us the lowdown on Firewall Ultra, a tactical VR shooter coming exclusively to PSVR 2.
Hi, I'm Frank from First Contact Entertainment, and it is our pleasure to be here at the Future.
This is, I think, where VR is really going to kick off. Certainly in the PSVR 2 side of things. Just making shooters.
Firewall Ultra, the next evolution of the Firewall franchise, which is coming exclusively to PlayStation VR 2. In Firewall Ultra, you'll be playing as an elite contractor tasked with either downloading or defending sensitive information. You'll be able to hop in with a squad of up to 3 other players and show off your skills across varied locations in both our PvP and PvE modes. The team has been working hard to create a truly deep and immersive experience that is a treat for all the senses. We've taken full advantage of the hardware, utilizing eye tracking, haptics in both the controllers and headset, trigger resistance, and the power of the PlayStation 5 to create something that truly feels like a
It just doesn't do anything for me. And if there was ever a VR genre that was going to do something for me, it would be the shooters. The Crossfire one that we saw as well, it looked pretty good.
Thanks for watching.
But it doesn't do anything for me.
Firewall Ultra is set to launch on PSVR 2 later this year.
Last but certainly not least, we've got an exclusive world premiere of a new VR experience featuring a famous animated duo. Hold on to your Wensleydale.
Really? Wallace and Gromit? An interesting choice for a VR game.
The Grand Getaway.
The Grand Getaway. Viorama.
Looks cracking, Yuri. Wallace and Gromit in Grand Getaway is coming to MetaQuest 2.
Wallace and Gromit isn't doing them for me, despite them being a staple of British
This
Christmases.
brings us to the end of the VR showcase.
What a fascinating idea for a VR game. Like, what? Just video games in general. Just trying to keep Wallace and Gromit relevant, I suppose. It's a well-known game.
Okay, we're back. And
A well-known
hit my
name.
liminal space quota for today. Don't forget to check GamesRadar.com and the FGS social channels for more info on all of the games from today's Future Game Show Summer Showcase, powered by Intel. Okay, time for some more trailers, Yuri?
Yeah, for sure. Let's pick back up with an exciting world premiere.
Intergalactic Stardew Valley. I just saw what looked like a farming patch and intergalactic farmers.
Where am I?
Where do you think? This is Deponia.
So, the nightmare's finally over.
If I were you, I'd really reconsider that statement.
So what is this? Surviving Deponia.
Heyo, this is Panther from Dedelic Entertainment, and you just watched the reveal trailer of our upcoming story-driven survival game, Surviving Deponia.
Story-driven survival
It has been 7
game.
years since we last visited our lovely trash planet, and Elysium, the floating city, has crashed down onto its surface and turned it into a Mad Maxian nightmare. Master the environment.
Mad Maxian works for me.
Meet new as well as old friends. In Early Access 2023.
we'll keep an eye out for it.
That was Surviving Deponia. A
Doesn't give
survival
you
twist
much.
on the cult classic point-and-click series. It's coming soon, so head on over to Steam and drop it on your wish list to stay up to date.
Maybe I will.
Parched.
Not as parched as the citizens of our next game, who live in a post-apocalyptic society where water has become new gold.
Where have I heard that before?
By yourself, all you've got around you is desert. Choose to band together with others, you've got
Again,
life.
the city building stuff, it isn't for me.
Civilization. To survive, you must reach out to the world outside. And the most difficult choice is always right around the corner.
Very Mad Max, it's like Wasteland. Homesick, coming soon.
Homeseek is coming to PC on July 20th, 2023, so be sure to stick it on your wish list.
Okay, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I can see that we've got yet another world premiere coming up next.
Outrageous! How is this possible? How many are we up to now? Someone tell me in the chat while we roll the trailer, actually.
Is this cutscene or is this gameplay? This is cutscene, isn't it? Okay, another wasteland to explore. Beautiful though. Very pretty. It is very, very pretty, but not the kind of thing I'd play. I'm trying to think what it's like. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't. Leica? Age through blood. Bit funky, definitely different.
Always cool to define a new genre here at the Future Game Show. That was Leica, Aged Through Blood, the very first Motorvania. That's what I'm calling it.
Motorvania, it's Castlevania style, so I'm thinking.
Leica Aged Through Blood is coming
style.
to PC, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox in 2023. Next, let's hand it over to Pentapeak Studios to dig into the mechanics of their upcoming strategy game, Space Gears.
100 years in the future, Mars is at war.
Space Gears.
Mars is always at war in the future.
So in the fight, and
It's a mech game.
Commander, your mechs are online and ready for battle. The ground crew is adding the final touches to prepare for your arrival. This is your camp.
I'm getting a Command and Conquer vibe.
Collect resources and terraform Mars to build an army of mechs. Space Gears is for strategy and MOBA fans everywhere. Strategy and unit controls will be key to claiming victory. Space Gears will be available to test play this June.
Not for me.
Welcome back, Commander.
But again, that whole genre has massive fan base. Wishlist on Steam, play for free.
Space Gears is coming soon to PC, but you can terraform your opinion on it by playing it for free after the show.
Nice. How about something terrifying, though? Aha! Bloober Team has sent over the brand new launch trailer for the studio's first-person horror game, Layers of Fear.
Didn't Bloober do the Blair Witch as well?
Talent.
Is this the sequel to Layers of Fear?
Recognition.
Didn't mean to knock the mic. That's completely my fault.
Rightfully
My
mine.
back is killing me.
But what was stolen
I need to move, but I can't move because I'm watching this. Sure, it was Bloober Team.
It's been years, and yet it all still feels unreal.
Must be Laser Fear too. I'm sure there is a Laser Fear.
Memories. The nightmares.
I'm not a massive horror fan. You may have figured this out already, but I'm just not. I'll probably play them. If they're really good, I'd play them. But it's not top of my list.
All right. I've waited too long. It's time.
It just fell off the shelf. Don't worry about it. Faust. You probably, you've had some special mushrooms. You'll be fine in the morning. Don't answer it.
Hi, Ma.
Darling? Is that you?
Of course, Ma. How's your book going?
I'm glad to hear your voice. But how?
It's good to have you back, writer.
Was Laser Fear always a writer? It's just not doing anything for me.
Not again.
Or imagined Laser Fear. So it's a remaster of Laser Fear then?
And I've wet my pants. That was Layers of Fear, which is coming to PC, Mac, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series consoles on June 15th.
Up next, we've got
Pretty
a
soon.
unique take on the co-op
In 5 days,
cartoon
in fact.
shooter from a talented two-person studio. Let's dive into the world of Enchanted Portals.
Yes, please.
Peggy 12.
Classic animation style. This is going to be a bit like Cuphead, isn't it? That kind of shooty vibe. Yeah. But in Cuphead, I think you have finger guns, whereas in this you have wands. It's a nice animation style, though. It's a very pretty game. Only so was Cuphead, but... yeah, seems fun.
Anyone else just get deja vu? Explore a variety of animated styles when Enchanted Portals comes to PC and consoles later this year.
Okay, we've got a dark fantasy deck-building RPG up next, full of procedural dungeons and branching narrative choices. Let's check in with Shattered Heaven.
I think that this art style is going to be quite nice. Yeah, it is.
But an endless hell. But this ends now. Destiny.
Again, I'm out. I don't get deck builders. I just don't get deck builders.
It's ours to shape.
You have no idea what you've done.
Nice art style, though.
Not to yourself. Not to the world.
Shattered Heaven.
Shattered Heaven is out now on PC. What's up next, Yuri?
Okay, well, if I'm reading this correctly, then we're introducing the Fart Squad?
Oh, yeah. You mean the furniture arrangement and relocation technicians. Great house movers to have on speed dial.
There's a lot of house moving games and unpacking games and things like that as well, isn't there?
In the town of Packmore, there are those with stuff and those who carry stuff away. When your stuff needs moving, it's time to call Smooth Moves.
Not the Fart Squad. I'm getting just super 80s vibes. Moving Out 2? I didn't even know there was a Moving Out 1. Team 17, of course. It just has their vibe about it now you see it, doesn't it? Team 17 do publish a lot of games.
Laura, would you mind, like, giving me the number for the Fart Squad after we wrap?
Of course. I love those guys. Moving Out 2 is coming soon.
Next up, we've got our ones to watch segment, a montage of some of the coolest
Dinosaur.
games on the horizon.
Odin Fall. Are you playing as Better Ray Bill? Fast forward. That's a cool visual style. Death Ground. Just the dinosaur one? Yeah, we're having that. I like dinosaur games. There's not enough dinosaurs in games. Like serious adventure games that have dinosaurs. Unrecorded. It's another deck builder style thing. Yeah.
That was our ones to watch montage. If anything caught your eye,
Death
you
Ground
can
looks
find out
cool.
more on these games and everything else in the show by heading to our dedicated Steam page, which you can find by searching for Future Game Show on Steam.
A montage! But now it's time to take a look at Warhaven, Nexon's free-to-play 16 versus 16
We
fantasy
saw
role.
this at the Summer Games Fest. Was it Warhaven? Yeah. Quite a few people have pointed out it's like a For Honor kind of vibe, which absolutely, I see it. Not for me. These kind of Wait, was it Warhaven? Or am I thinking of the wrong game? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. This is certainly new footage. Yeah, it was Warhaven. This is just different footage. I'm sure it is like
Warhaven is
For
coming in
Honor.
fall 2023. Be sure to wishlist it on Steam, as you'll be able to play Warhaven during Steam Next Fest later this month.
Steam. I feel like we've said that word a lot lately.
Yeah, it's like we're living in a Steam world at this point, and we're Steam bots, you know, mining and exploring, building houses for the Steam folk.
I am a Steam... Wait, what?
Steam World. There is a lot of Steam. Looks pretty. SteamWorld Build. Coming to everything by the looks of it.
SteamWorld Build is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in 2023.
Again, it doesn't really do anything for me, but it looks pretty.
SteamWorld wish lists if you like what you saw.
Now, Yuri, you've heard of nightmares, right? But what about a daymare?
Sounds even worse somehow.
Maybe in concept, but not in our next game, which is a third-person survival horror that's nostalgic for the 90s.
You must be important if he brought you here instead of just killing you.
It can't be.
Some knowledge is best kept hidden from the rest of the world.
Reyes, you should stay out of this. You think you understand, but you're blind like everyone else.
It can't be too late.
Reyes, you need to get out of here right now.
Reminds me of Fear a little bit.
Seem to become obsessed with the same thing.
He can't have betrayed us.
That data can't be allowed to leave here. The living and the dead have contributed with their light, or the whole world.
Yeah, I get the kind of 90s vibe.
I'm going to finish this forever.
Daymare, 1994.
Rest now.
Stay frosty, because Daymare is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on August 30th, 2023.
Yeah, it's that survival horror thing that doesn't grab me, but...
Folks. What's next, Laura?
We're going to throw it over to Core Engage, the team behind New Cycle, a diesel punk city builder that takes place after a devastating solar flare.
So it's kind of wastelandy. Again, city builders, I don't have the attention span to really build them up and do them. The only sort of city builder style that I've played is Humankind.
That was New Cycle, which is coming to PC in Q2 2023. You know what to do, people.
We've got another world premiere now.
I just tried to rush through it.
Trade, but not in the way you think.
Not really playing the game properly, so like Civ style games, I can't get into.
Once upon a time, there was a happy place called Riverside. And right there was a
This is another game that has a 3D generated environment with characters and NPCs as 2D white outlined animated. Like, is this the new thing?
And it was easy for him.
Because everybody seems to be doing it these days.
Throw it.
Definitely getting that N64 vibe again, which isn't a bad thing.
Just about anything. But
More the 3D environment.
paintings for townspeople.
And this actually, I do quite like the environment on this. It's one of the better looking environments of these kind of games that we've seen recently.
Until one day, a long forgotten evil emerged out of the darkness.
It's always that long forgotten evil, isn't it?
Over Riverside, and the end was near. Now it was up to Ruffy to accept his destiny and swap the bad for good.
Yeah, gameplay wise, I'm getting a very strong Zelda Ocarina of Time style.
Boom, shakalaka! Did you see that swap, buddy? Are you swappy enough to save the world?
Probably not, no.
Swap-a-doodle-doo! That was easy.
I don't get what we're doing.
Things might get rough, but you are ruffier. And you will never swap alone.
Are you taking like an essence from objects in the world and exchanging them?
Swapping to PC and Nintendo Switch this winter.
It looks like a
Correct,
Switch
this
game.
winter. Whenever it's ready.
Supported by
Brand needs a
the
mascot, and I think we just found ours. Ruffy in the
something
Riverside
about
is barreling
climate
its way onto
change.
PC and Nintendo Switch this winter, so get it on your wish list now.
Our next section is a slight change of pace. This year, we'll start to get our hands on the first games developed in Unreal Engine 5. But we wanted to show you a glimpse of what games in 2024, 25, and beyond might look like. Expect startling tech demos and cutting-edge vistas as we give you a glimpse of the future of games.
Wait,
Now we're talking. This is more my kind of thing.
Outrageous.
Precisely.
Unreal 5 is looking Fifth Element? What? Fifth Element game? That looks pretty. It all looks pretty, to be fair. Oh, wow. Unreal, I've said this before, I've said this sort of privately, but Unreal 5 is going to completely change how games are made. That looks stunning. This is going to be as big a leap forward as Unreal 3 was. I think. Although this is more tech stuff, Witcher environment. This is what can be done in the engine. It's a new engine. It's a fairly new engine. So this is all just tech footage. It's not necessarily games. So I shouldn't have gotten so excited about Fifth Element. But a Fifth Element game would be amazing. Fifth Element, like, it deserves to have more. It's one of the great sci-fi films, Fifth Element. Yeah, I think Unreal 5 is going to be insane. Just the attention to detail, the lighting, the beautiful vistas. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And that was the inaugural Unreal Engine 5 showcase. And a warning to graphics cards everywhere. I can hear mine squealing and bursting into flames from here. Be sure to head over to the FGS social channels if you want to see more Unreal 5 demos as and when they drop.
And while you do that, I am pleased to report the sighting of a Friendly Neighborhood world premiere.
Oh, come on, let's see it then.
They are really building. I mean, Spider-Man's probably going to be one of the biggest games of the year. They are really building up that Spider-Man vibe. Pretty cool concept. Like music-focused, rhythm-based game. Fretless.
Thanks to
Again, I don't know
Ritual
what it
Studios for that
was.
face-melting first look at Fretless, The Wrath of Rifson, which is coming to PC in 2024.
Another double feature up next, focusing on Hammerwatch 2 and Paleo Pines. Laura, I am pleased to report that it is once again dinosaur time.
Yes!
Fixer up a ranch, but with dinosaurs. Befriend cheeky dinosaurs. Recruit dino ranch hands. Grow and harvest crops with dino helpers. It's Paleo Pines, that's a cool name. Stardew Valley with dinosaurs. That's it's my knowledge reference. We're always going to go to Stardew Valley when we see something like that. Stardew Valley with dinosaurs sounds better than Stardew Valley. Yeah, this doesn't do anything for me. Hammer Watch.
Paleo Pines is coming on September 26th, and Hammer Watch 2 is coming soon. Stick them on your wish lists and watch out for the demos.
Paleo Pines could be
Which
fun.
will be available on Steam from June 19th.
Speaking of demos, our Ones to Play montage is back after its debut in the spring showcase earlier this year. Don't touch that dial, as we're going to show off a bunch of incredible games that you can try right after the show.
You're fired.
Yet I'm not ready to die out here.
World's worst handyman. Okay. A paper trail. Interesting puzzle game. Mithrax, Ambrosia Island. Stick it to the stick man. Remendium? Laysara Summit Kingdom.
Thank you to all of
was
the
a big old
amazing
avalanche.
developers who submitted their demos for our Ones to Play montage. And remember, you can check them all out by heading to our dedicated Future Game Show Steam page.
We're taking a quick break from the trailers now to deliver an exciting update. In last year's summer showcase, we were proud to feature a selection of amazing games being created by Ukrainian developers under exceptional conditions.
Slava Ukraina. This year, we're thrilled to confirm the release date for one of those games right now.
Puzzles for Clef is a cozy puzzle platformer set in a stunning world full of magic and mystery. And it's coming to Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam on July 27th.
Go check it out. You can also
Very
head to
soon
our
then.
FGS social channels for more updates on the games from Ukraine that we featured during last year's show.
Okay, time for another trailer.
I'm ready.
We've got a first look at gameplay from Station to Station, a wholesome simulator where you connect
We
voxel
saw this on the
railways
Wholesome
to build
Showcase that we just watched. Not my thing. Like, it's just the graphic style, I guess, isn't my thing, but the idea of a game where you just build a model train set, basically. Like, I am amazed it hasn't been done before. And how chilled out will it be? So I get that this has appeal. And it's that building thing again, isn't it? Resource management and building and... Play the demo now? Another demo available?
Supervillain in sight. I think I could do with some tranquil train time, actually. Station to Station is coming to PC in 2023, and a demo is available right now. So go check it out after the show.
Next up, we're taking a step into the world of
We saw this as well.
with Ember Storm Entertainment's atmospheric base builder, Rekka.
This was on the Future of Play, sorry. The Baba Yaga house. In fact, I think we saw this same trailer There's something quite creepy about it. The more I think about it, I'm trying not to think too hard. It's definitely
Don't forget
creepy.
to pack your boots, as Rekka, Delightful Chicken Cottage included, is coming to PC in 2024.
Didn't
Okay,
look
our
that
friends
delightful.
at Sega have got a new trailer to share regarding Company of Heroes 3. Let's check it out.
They're still making Company of Heroes games. Oh, I'm pretty sure one came out recently, didn't it? Was it Company of Heroes 3 that came out recently? I think I saw Mark playing one. It's not my kind of thing. It's not a time frame that I revel in playing games in. I like ancient Greek, ancient Rome, that Norse, Nordic stuff. As soon as firearms and things come in, I'm kind of out. And this is, yeah, it doesn't. War Sims don't really grab me. Oh, console edition, so it must have come out on PC. Okay.
Company of Heroes
Sega
3
still
is
make a
coming to
lot of
PlayStation
games.
And Xbox on May 30th.
I don't know about you, Yuri, but I've got a feeling this next game is going to be a good one.
Is that because she's in it?
Second. Is that you?
This impressed me yesterday. This was on the Tribeca.
And we're about to be introduced
I was totally against it at the start,
Oh my god.
and now I love it.
I need my popcorn. Somebody get me some popcorn, please.
Who is this, Grace?
I love the art style.
Where does he have
I don't love the musical vibe, but everything else about it seems really cool.
You still aren't telling me something. God, how can you even stand him? Still not a fan?
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be.
What about Apollo?
Apollo was god of the sun and light, but our sun god had a reputation.
That hidden voice, it'll always play.
There's going to be a lot of singing in this.
Always say, what did I do? What didn't I do?
What side are you on?
I said I would just make things worse, and I was right.
Do you trust him?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Famous last words.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her stories. Are you here to challenge me? You don't know the first thing about me.
And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends.
Because you're so big and scary.
I'm glad you appreciate my finer qualities.
I like this better than fighting with you. Way better. Why didn't you tell me what it was really all about?
We all have our sordid history. She sounds a little volatile.
You're always looking out for me, Freddy. That's the deal, right?
Best friends to the end. It's an adventure.
God, it's out soon. I didn't realize it was out so soon.
Wow, that was awesome.
I
And to
am
celebrate,
very impressed
Laura
with
has
what I
promised
see
to
of this, and
perform
it's
a rap
typically not a game I'd play, and I'm not a musicals fan.
Not happening. Anyway, I'm so pleased to be able to reveal that, as well as PC, Stray Gods is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch on August 3rd, 2023.
Hey, if you're in it, and
That's
Rahul
cool.
Kohli's
We're
in
definitely
it,
going to
I'm
play that
playing
at some point.
And now that we've got that out of our system, it's time for me to introduce a new section to the show. One that I'm calling the International Debut.
It's another world premiere, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, hey, fine, but you don't have to spoil it.
I do like them presenting together. They're very good. A narrative psychological horror. Interesting environments. Creepy. In a horror game, why would you think it's a good idea to go to a fun house? That's never a good idea.
We all will go alone, so I not get used to the shattering cold in your bones that reminds me of home. We all will fade away, so I not enjoy this, and with the sound of
But the problem is I'm not really getting a vibe of what this game is.
start this game again.
Reveal. Reveal?
That was your first look at Reveal.
Oh, I love horror games.
Reveal.
Our next game is all about driving to survive in an anomaly-filled exclusion zone. Here's Ironwood Studios with a developer presentation about what to expect in Pacific Drive.
Initially, it was very much a personal thing. You know, I grew up driving station wagons around the Pacific Northwest. I would go camping, I'd go out to the beach, I'd go on road trips with friends, and as an adult, I decided to start doing that again. So I got an old station wagon and I started going out on these trips. But I would go to abandoned industrial sites. I would go, taking the car up these tiny little dirt trails, and there was this vibe, this feeling of being out there in the woods with this old car, a very surreal experience, and that became, I think, the initial seed idea for the game.
I don't love driving games, racing games, but
when we
this,
started, we were very much
I'm
just
already
prototyping.
interested.
We were getting the player into the car, having them drive around in the woods, and getting a feel of the space out there. What we quickly figured out is there's a lot of overlap between resource management and kind of plate juggling that you want in a good survival game, and taking care of a car, like making sure that you don't run out of gas and checking on your battery. It all eventually came to fruition with the garage, and us figuring out we wanted a safe space for the player to be the mechanic and to work on their car, and taking these excursions out into the zone where you're grabbing resources and exploring and then coming back and being able to do it again. In most survival games, there's a focus.
I do
on
like the
player
art style
and
as
keeping them
well.
alive, but for Pacific Drive, we wanted to turn that on its head a bit and put the emphasis on the car.
It's going on the
It's
list.
the thing that's going to keep you safe when you're out in the zone, but that's only true so long as you maintain it. The player can still take damage, but the car itself is a good deal more complicated. There's different slots that you can put different equipment into and customize your car, but things may happen to those parts. They
I like the
may
customization
wear and
angle.
tear, they may get damaged and break or fall off, in which case you may have to craft replacement parts or scavenge for new things out in the zone. We really care about satisfying that fantasy of the player being a mechanic, like just taking care of this car and maintaining it while they're on the road. It's important for us to do this because that interaction helps build the player's relationship with the car, and that's something that we care a lot about for the game. So the zone is a pretty isolating and lonely place. When you're out on the road, your car is your only real travel companion, and we wanted to make sure the players had the ability to build a personal connection with the car that is special to them. We've also doubled down on that with the physical interactions as well. So every time you want to start the car, you have to turn the key, you have to get the engine to start, you have to put it in park manually. We built the whole game with these systems in mind because we want to create effectively a sandbox for these different dynamic moments.
Can you change the camera view?
Sometimes
Is my
when I'm
question.
driving a car, I find I have to swerve suddenly just to get out of the way of the
Because I hate that like cockpit view.
and then I'm on my side in the woods, and that's fine then, because the first time I drove into the woods was as a teenager going about 40 miles an hour, but that's another story.
I spent an eternity climbing this super, super steep hill with my car. I finally got to the top, climb out of my car to get what I'm going after, and turn around, and there are broken bunnies just sticking all over it. They slammed on the gas and sent it barreling right back down the hill.
There was a time that I came around a corner and drifted too hard onto a cliff and rolled straight down the cliff and actually ran into a group of abductors, and one of them pulled me straight into the gateway, and I made a safe exit from there even though the storm was closing in.
I think the experience I'm looking forward to players having the most is gaining that sense of companionship with the car. Sitting in the garage, looking at it, seeing all of these stories that have happened, the crazy escapes, the
What's an abductor?
jobs, and really to feel like it's their car. I think that's going to be something really special.
So obviously a lot of customization options. I'm getting a real Somerville vibe from that. And I enjoyed Somerville. Somerville was a really, it was just charming. It was a really charming game. And I had an existential crisis at the end of it, but I think that's what they wanted.
Pacific Drive is coming to PC and PS5 later this year. And to celebrate, we're giving away this custom-built station wagon. One of you lucky viewers could be driving home in style tonight.
Wait a minute, Yuri, that's literally the car from the game. You can't give that away. I think they're going to need it back.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I knew that.
Yeah, yeah, you knew. You knew, so let's just quickly move on while the producers put out some fires.
I'm the fire, aren't I?
You really are. Cookie Cutter is up next, a techno pop punk Metroidvania starring a badass android.
My name is Cherry. I'm different than that mass-produced junk.
I like the animation and the art style. It's not my type of game. Like, this whole genre just isn't for me.
Entertain my creator. Lately, I can't understand what I feel anymore.
It does look quite fluid though.
They will pay for what they did to her.
There's a lot of police activity outside. It does look kind of fun though. When I say something isn't for me, it's not my kind of game, that doesn't mean I won't ever play it. It just means it's not something that I'm going to rush to.
Cookie Cutter is
That did look
in
interesting.
2023. So head on over to the Steam page and hit that wish list button.
Okay, it's world premiere time again. And fans of the classic top-down GTA games might get a kick out of this one.
Okay.
Assistance required in Lafayette.
I need some backup here, dispatch. Searching last known location. Dispatch.
So, it's a classic top-down GTA style game where you play as a cop.
Bank robbery in progress. Harbor Mutual Bank on Mercer Street.
Who's kinda dressed like Max Payne? Throwing that out there. This looks like fun.
Police are engaged in a dramatic shootout. We could
Wilhelm scream. It really does feel like the older GTA games, doesn't it? The Precinct. That could be fun. I'll keep an eye on that.
The Precinct is a crime-fighting action sandbox game set in the 1980s. Basically everything that I love. And it's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And
Set in the 80s is cool.
And with that, it's time for our final
Music-wise, you
trailer
could do
of
so
the
much with
night.
that.
I know, those of you who tuned into last year's summer showcase, you may remember Ludo, Broken Bird Game's terrifying psychological thriller about a person trapped in
A lot of horror games on this one.
It's a little bit PT, a little bit Edith Finch. Time for an update, don't you think? I do.
Peggy 18.
I like the art style. I really like the art style. Yeah, I'm out. I'm not going in the house. No, I'm not going in the house. It's not happening.
That was a brand new look at Ludo, which is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. So make sure it's on your wish lists. You can also check out the free demo for the game on Steam.
Demo on Steam.
End of the show, folks.
I'm gonna have to see what demos we have on Steam. I think there might be some stuff that we play on the other channel.
Wait a second, Yuri. Now my spidey sense is tingling.
Wait, what? You mean like FGS specific world premiere Spidey Sense?
I think so. I think that's what this is.
I guess that means there's one more thing then. Let's see it.
One more thing.
I'm going to tell you a story about 3 extraordinary spirits united to face the darkness.
Discover the way of the samurai. Interesting art style. Battle against the underworld. So it is definitely a side scroller. Play as a cat. Like another video game with a cat. And an alien.
3 incredible.
Oh, I kind of like this art style as well.
Fate and even death. I, Kitsune, spirit of the forest, was a witness and a part of it.
And the spirit of the samurai. We'll put that on the list as well. That looked really cool.
That was The Spirit of the Samurai, a stop-motion adventure.
That was
inspired
very
by
interesting.
Japanese mythology. Get it on your wish
Love
list
the
as
stop
it's
motion
coming
vibe. I love anything like stop motion Ray Harryhausen.
This has been a blast. For me, anyway.
It's been a good
Thank you
showcase.
so much for being my partner in voice acting, crime fighting, and now show hosting, Laura.
Aw, you're so welcome, Yuri. Anytime. Literally, anytime you want it back.
Because they
Okay. To our audience,
They are
thank you
both
so much for tuning in. We
in
really
Spider-Man. I think
appreciate it.
she's
Also, a
Mary
big shout out to our
Jane.
sponsor, Intel, and
Not that
everybody
I've
who worked
played
to
the
make
game,
Summer
but-
Showcase a reality.
Remember that you can find and wishlist every game seen in today's
pretty good.
show on the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page. This is
I've
where
got
you'll
5
find
down
all
on the
games
list.
too. Just Google Future Game Show Steam.
You can also read more about each game on GamesRadar.com and see extra content from our editorial team on the dedicated.
Having never done
channels. I'm Yuri
done
Lowenthal.
And I'm
future
Laura
game show.
Bailey. And this has been
And-
the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2023.
We're going to end on some sort of. Yeah, there was some weird stuff showing off, but there was some pretty good stuff showing off here. Yeah, that's a point. We did miss. We did miss the first 6 minutes. I tell you what, let's go back. Let's watch the first 6 minutes. So, having never done a future game show, there was some pretty cool stuff in there.
Hey everyone, I'm Laura Bailey, though you may know me best as the voice of Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, Mary
No,
Jane Watson
actually.
in Marvel Spider-Man, or maybe
No.
even the host of the June 2021 Future Game Show. And now I am back.
No,
And this
very
time on a
Sony
super
focused,
stage
considering she's played
to
a
host
billion
this year's
characters.
Future Game Show Summer Showcase.
She's also in
presented
Halo
by
5.
Intel. But as we all know,
And she's
with
Kate in
great
Gears.
power comes great responsibility.
And just about every other female in every other video game you've ever been in.
So glad we got that out of the way soon. Okay, thanks, Laura. It's great to be here. I'm Yuri Lowenthal, and I'm the voice of Sasuke on Naruto, Yosuke in Persona 4, and of course, Peter Parker in Marvel's Spider-Man. But tonight, I'm swapping out the Spidey suit for something a little more suave. Think less thwips, more quips. Actually, just like Spider-Man.
Exactly. Yuri and I have been on plenty of adventures, like when we explored the Midnight Channel with a talking teddy bear.
Or when we brought down Mr. Negative.
Right?
We have the best job.
I know! But let me tell you, nothing prepares you for a stacked showcase full of video game news.
You're telling me.
We
Now,
maybe
I've
could
had
have skipped this bit.
a sneaky little look at what's to come. We've got demo drops, developer presentations, gameplay trailers, montages, and of course, world premieres.
Nice. Wish lists at the ready.
We'll get a lot of them tomorrow.
And remember, if something catches your eye during the show, head to gamesradar.com to read more about it.
I think we've covered all the bases. So let's kick things off with something really special. Please welcome Tamara Jokic and Gilad Baraka, who are here to deliver a very special performance of Waves from Beyond, from the soundtrack to High Water.
So this is what I saw them singing, so we maybe didn't miss a lot. But I am going to skip it because YouTube is really touchy about music and stuff like that.
With the launch of the new FGS YouTube and TikTok channels.
And after we wrap up today, you'll be able to go deeper into selected games from the show with exciting.
Okay, looks like we missed 2, so we'll catch up on the 2 and then we'll close this up.
Search for FGS on YouTube or TikTok and look out for the channel logo you can see behind us.
All right, let's keep this engine running. I think it's time for our very first world premiere.
Maybe we can get another game for the list.
So, why are we really doing this? I thought you hated
I like the art style, I like the world already.
Who is going to walk away with
Oh
this
no,
year's
we
City
joined on
Pass?
this.
Tune in and find out. It's
No,
going
we
to
saw
be
this.
one hell
We'll
of a
watch it again, but we'll get a better look at it, I
How's
think.
everyone enjoying the show?
He can't be allowed to keep doing this.
It is a racing game though, isn't it?
By playing him at his own game.
I like the art style. I do like the art style quite a lot.
Aster, what would you like to say to all your fans?
Hmm. Resistor.
Welcome to the world of
maybe.
Resistor, a post-apocalyptic car PG where you build a ragtag
Car
team
PG.
of racers.
Okay.
It's coming soon to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, so get it on your wish lists. What's next, Jerry?
Well, here we go from the post-apocalyptic to the prehistoric. It's dinosaur time.
My favorite part of the day.
Okay, we
Let's
missed
see it.
this. We'll watch dinosaurs. No, we did. We saw this. We did see this. Yeah, I think that was pretty good. To be fair. What did I say? So we've got 5 games on the list from the Future Games Show. We've got 4 games on from Wholesome Games, which impressed me quite a bit, to be fair. Considering I've never watched one. There was some interesting stuff there. And we got 3 games from Future of Play. So a load of games added to the list. The continually growing list of games to look out for over the next 6 to 12 months. we're going to be fairly busy over on the games channel. So if you haven't already subscribed to Todd Plays Games, go check it out. Link in the description. But no, I quite enjoy these. I do like doing these. I didn't know what to expect today because certainly the indie stuff is something that I'm not really well versed in. I don't know much about. You got to start somewhere, right? So having done Future of Play, Wholesome, and the FGS this year, next year we'll have more of an idea about what we're doing with them. Some really nice stuff, some really cool stuff. I did like the interaction between Laura and Yuri on that. I think, again, like the standout for me is Stray Gods. The more I see of Stray Gods, the more I'm interested in it. So that's cool, and it's coming out pretty soon, so maybe we'll get to it soon. I'm just thinking, so it comes out early August, I think they said. We might be able to squeeze it in before Baldur's Gate 3. We'll see. We'll have a look. But no, there's some amazing games coming soon. All of this kind of feels like the little brief moment before the Xbox Showcase on Sunday for me. The Xbox Showcase is always the big one for E3. Regardless of who else was there, the Xbox One was what I wanted and I always waited for. It used to be the first showcase. Now it's the one of the last. But tomorrow we will be back just before 6 PM UK time for the Xbox Showcase. I've put up a hopes and predictions video of the 5 things that it would be a dream come true to see. Some of the predictions are a bit more realistic, I guess. But that's just gone up today, and then there is a part 1 to that, which came out a few days ago. They're all linked on the channel, so go check out the videos. Straight after the Xbox Showcase, we have Starfield Direct, which I'm excited for. I can't wait. I think Starfield has the potential to be an exceptional game. We just need to see if Bethesda can deliver. That's the tricky bit. And then after those 2, not quite sure how soon after, but 9 PM UK time is the PC Gaming Show. Again, one I've not covered before, but with me, certainly this year, playing more in the PC space, and we've been playing a lot more PC-oriented games. Things like Celesta, obviously Baldur's Gate 3 is coming up. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I know that we're going to get more Baldur's Gate 3, so that alone is pretty good. And who knows what else. Maybe we'll get some of the 40k Rogue Trader game that's coming out, because that is looking very good from what I've seen. And it's by the team that made Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And that game looks insane. We've got that to play. I've picked it up. We haven't had a chance to play it yet. So, but we'll get there. There's just so much. There's so much good stuff out there when you really look hard enough. But I think Xbox is going to be the one. That's the one that I'm super hyped for. My spine is killing me, so I need to go for a stretch and a walk. Thank you to everyone who's watched this live or watched this sort of on demand. I know that the Tribeca one certainly has got a few views. So thank you for enjoying this on demand with me as well. And I will see you all on the Xbox Showcase in, 22 hours. Thank you very much for watching. See you all in the next one.